So what's China's role in all of this? Because China has the largest construction market in the world in terms of building materials produced and consumed. China is a huge player in all of this. Yes. Where does China stand in terms of greening its buildings? What's the opportunity for China?
Yes. If you look at China's contribution, right, or rather the building, the contribution of the building industry to carbon emissions in China is much higher than global average. It's about 50%, right? And this speaks to the fact that China is urbanizing, right? And it's also driving urbanization in many parts of emerging economies. So where China has a significant role to play if a sector is going to be highly disrupted is, can players who are actually driving this urbanization revolution be able to adapt and adjust itself fast enough to seize these opportunities for sustainability, whether it is to use greener materials, whether it is to have construction methods and design methods that are a lot more friendly to the environment, lower carbon emissions, and to actually deploy systems that can use energy in a much more efficient way, use resources in a way that adapts itself to environmental and human conditions.
But where does China stand right now in terms of progress for sustainable and green buildings? How much more is there to go?
I think the opportunity is very ripe for capture, right? China has made a significant progress. I just met with the head of the Association for Buildings in China. It's an association with hundreds of members, largest players in the building sector. And China has actually innovated on things around energy management, right? How digital systems can be deployed so that buildings are smart, right? Construction in China is also very well renowned globally, right, for being fast, very affordable, right? And the next frontier would be, can it actually be not just low carbon, but zero carbon, right? Using highly sustainable materials, whether these are repurposed materials or green materials that are manufactured without carbon emissions, and maybe even nature positive. Can we find a way to develop buildings that can be in harmony with nature, and that can even support biodiversity, right? With very, very low impact on carbon emissions as well as water use.